And who have I become? A nervous wreck obsessed with second guessing myself.
Also, Bestie, I think it was like Zylina had the instant, and
Queenie tried to help.
Anyways, so okay, like I was trying to tell them, all right. So I fired Tina. Okay, I fired Tina. I fired Monica and Wednesday and David and Donovan and all of them. Listen, that's not my fault that they decided they wanted to quiet quit. All right, I told them we were going to the Midwest. I told them we were filming there, and that like, I mean, you should know how this works. Yeah, I don't care that the writer strike. Yeah. I know the writer strike. Everyone's going on the union. Yeah. Good. I told him I'm in the union too. I'm with the union. Okay. Oh, being a oil baron also counts as being part of a union. That's kind of problematic to be an oil baron. I mean, it's the 21st century. Okay, gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. Okay, yeah, I know that I'm not any of those other three things, but that's okay. That's fine. Listen, we're live. No, we're not. We're not live. Unlive, right? Okay. So where do we even start this story? It all started 5 months ago. In a little town called Finks, a man decided to drive his car inside the town, screaming, hollering, preaching about the end of Ohio, as it was. We don't have to care about that man. That man, he screams and cries all the time, and he screams and cries and screams and cries. And isn't it a little boring to talk about the end of Ohio? It's got to be a little boring. Up the road from him is a small woman who, let's just say, she runs things. And by running things, I mean she knows the ins, the outs, who comes, who goes. She knows the population, the aging, the deaths, the lives, and even the unlives of all those who come through the city. Finks, from where it even first started, she's been there since the foundation. She knows everything. But on this weird evening, her car collides with another car. The car of the man who we really don't have a name for. He's really not important. He's going to cry anyways. And he cries and cries. He cried at the hospital because he hit an old lady in her car. She's fine. She walked it off. She always walks it off. But on this night, she got fed up. So she decided to go talk to the man in the car who cries and cries and cries, who cried about the end of Ohio, who cried about the drug problem in Virginia, you know, the neon gore. He knows everything. He's also crying about the people behind the screen. The people behind the screen, they know everything. They control everyone. We're just puppets to them. You should forget about him. He goes on certain websites that we don't need to talk about. In fact, I'm deciding I'm going to delete him. The old lady decides to do the job for me. And so she goes. She sits there on her car with her cane in her lap, her beehive hairdo bopping to the song of something from the 60s. Not important. We can't play it. Copyright. You know how it is. She sits there and she looks at the mist that covers the other part of the road. Ohio used to be so beautiful. Oh well. She gets back in her car, looks at the man's car. I guess I gotta go call him and tell him that we got another town crier. She gets back in the car and she drives off. But that's not important to the story. Not yet, anyways. Or at least not important to these folks. In fact, it's not important to the cheerleader. Yes, the cheerleader. I should talk about that one, right? After all, they are important. Zylina. Ah, sweet Zylina turned at the beginning of life, the beginning of their story. Your sire walks into the building. Your sire is huffy as usual. Actually, you know what? I'm tired of talking. Zylina, could you describe your sire for me? I'm sorry, I gotta go take gore, neon gore. You know how it is. By the way, you're muted.
Atticus. Can you hear me now?
You're perfect.
Can you hear me?
Perfect
Okay.
as always.
Atticus. Would you like me to describe Atticus?
Oh, you can do it a lot better than I can. After all, he is your sire.
Okay. Atticus appears to be 20s, maybe early 30s. He is bald and has very pointed features, pointed nose, pointed chin, kind of resembles and carries himself as the king of the world. So, all
I'm sorry.
systems.
1 second. Let me try something. It seems. Ah. Zylina, it seems like you're stuck in the other part of Ohio. Hold on. Don't worry, audience. I'll just regurgitate what Zylina, as perfect as always, given perfect analogy, has always said. Atticus is, tall. I believe you said tall. Balding, with angular features, maybe in the late 30s, early 40s, if I have heard that correctly.
That works too.
I'm sorry. I can only get what I can get from my part of the void. Did I say void? I mean the studio. Scratch that last part. So Atticus comes in. He sits down. He looks at you, and you know that look. That look of he's not mad. He's just disappointed. You know that look. Oh, cat got your tongue. Okay, well, I'll start. And he holds up a red envelope.
So, what do you want me to do with that?
What do you. Why, dear Zylina, are you being called into the office of the Baron?
I don't know.
You don't
You
know.
tell me.
I tell you.
You're the smarty pants. Why don't you? Why don't you tell me?
He kind of straightens himself out. He puts the envelope down. Zylina, as much as I love your how you say it, your Riz, was it? Hopefully I said that right. Riz, was it?
People said. People. Yeah.
At this moment, I don't appreciate the sarcasm. So I'll ask again, why did the Baron's personal assistant decide to leave this at my haven for you?
I don't know what it has to do with turning me without permission. That could be it. Not sarcasm here, just straight on facts. But I think it actually has to do with the whole like cheerleading thing because I'm still trying to do that because people are sorry about me, which they wouldn't have to do if you didn't kill me, but
And we
life
watch,
happens.
and we watch
Oh,
as you say this. He takes another deep breath, kind of counts to 10, and you hear something on the other side of the house fall and break and shatter. He puts his hand back down. Right.
mhm.
You know, this is a good learning experience for you. After all, you you know what? I think it would be better if you heard it from the Baron about what it means to be a kindred. I do hope it becomes enlightening, and I do hope you manage to keep your head after this meeting.
Uh, don't worry. It wasn't me who told the Baron that you were Messiah. If you were trying to keep that on the down low. So just don't blame that on me.
He rolls his eyes, gets up, waves his hand, and almost like out of thin air, we see two figures kind of float from behind him and go to clean up the stuff in the other room. As we move away from sweet Zylina, as we see a motorcade come to the front of the building and arrive just for her. But Zylina's not important in this next part, no. In fact, we have to go somewhere else. Somewhere close to the campus. Underground. I bet you want to know about Mortis. I certainly do. Mortis. We go downstairs. The camera pans. We see a bunch of people in robes. A lot of loud music. A lot of interesting things happening. Things that normally shouldn't happen on a college campus, but for some reason, you decided to make this place your home. Illegally. Hmm. I'm sorry. You were going to say something, but the void decided to not allow you to get that out there. No, please go ahead and say what it was that you had to say.
Basically was called into service here. They heard of me and made a place to follow my teachings.
Really? That's what they're calling it these days. Now, see, I'm only. You know what? Let's not ask how old I am. Don't worry, you don't have to lie to me. I'm just a void. Not a void. Studio manager, station manager. It's not important. Um, they heard the call on a college campus, and you decided to take over a spot that even the campus doesn't even know that they had.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Darkness always makes a space.
It really does. Especially when you see it behind you. You look
Well, of
and
course
you
it's behind me.
oh, sure. It's when you see the man in a black suit, jet black sunglasses, slick
I
back
haven't seen
hair,
him before.
um, very tan skin, looks like a international European model. He's kind of doing his nails with a nail file, but that was striking. What's striking is the fact that his hair slowly umbers into a purple, and the shadows behind him creep up with that same shimmering purple as
So
they
he
form
has
into
some
tendrils.
skills. I see. Yeah, that's some cool effects. Yeah.
Uh, you notice something with your followers. They're all facing the walls, not looking at you. All of them are facing the walls.
I am, of course, Mortis. I'm sure you've heard of me, but who might you
James,
be? Shh, shh, shh. You don't use that name around here. Shh. It's Mortis here.
you know what? I need you to give me a roll. Give me resolve and composure, difficulty of 5.
Gotcha. I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
You don't
That's
got this.
a 2. No, that's
That is a
okay.
2.
It's just a
Yeah.
little scary. All right, even for me, right? It's just a little scary. Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely scary when you see this large, hulking, shadowy figure
Yeah.
stare down at you, and it feels like the weight of gravity in the world and everything that you talked about is weighing heavily on you, as
Yeah.
it might as well
Yeah, it
be
does.
stepping on your chest, is how
Yeah.
close it is.
Okay. So you got some skills. I got it. Yeah. I see you.
We sent you 2 red letters, and you have not answered.
It's the mail, right? You just never know. I mean, sometimes things get through and sometimes they don't. Were they important? Who the hell sends mail anymore?
The Baron.
Is this someone I should know?
As you say this, I need you to give me wits and awareness. Difficulty of 3.
Okay. This is not going to go so well.
It's going to go fine. I believe in you, even if the world doesn't believe in you. What's that world? Oh, I'm sorry.
That's 1 red critical success. Or no, I'm sorry, not 1 red. That's 1 red success with the fangs.
1 red success with the fangs.
Yeah.
Roll me 1 die.
Okay. I got you. All right, so that's a failure.
Okay. You know what it means to be a thin blood, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys call yourself Duskborn, but you really, the word thin blood
Actually, I have no
applies.
idea. I am who I am. I am who I am. What I am.
I'm glad you decided to pick your swan song. So, when you say this, there are 5 people now, all wearing that same suit, sunglasses.
You got friends.
One larger man picks you
Yeah.
up by the back of your collar and just lifts you up.
Okay. All right. Okay. We don't have to do this here. All right. Let's just calm down. Everything's fine. What do you want?
You're coming with us.
Okay. Yeah. Leave the collar alone. Okay. I'll come with you. No need to get physical with this. And just, I haven't ever seen you before. I don't know who the hell the Baron is. And you've got friends, obviously. Very powerful friends.
You say this, and out of the corner of your eye, you see one of your followers kind of turn back around. They do a 180 on the heels of their feet. Their eyes just white and blank, and you just hear someone speaking to you, as if, for some reason, speaking through them.
Let me help you understand a few things.
I'm listening.
Great. I'm glad you're listening. I don't want to have to repeat myself.
Understood.
You're coming with us,
Okay.
and if you keep talking, I'll make it so that the only thing you can do is sing for all eternity. Oh great, you're smart.
And you see your follower turn right back around and stare at the wall. And the model is Sky. He just kind of starts combing his hair back. All right, so can we go, James, or do we have to have another demonstration? All right, cool. Whew, boy, it was a lot trying to get to you. We had to send mages. All right, we normally don't dealings with mages, but we actually had to do a few things with them. And they don't give you time to put you back on the ground. They just drag you by the collar, and your feet just hits every single step as you're being dragged.
Ow! Oh. I can walk on my own. It's good. Oh.
The large guy just laughing like, listen to this guy. This guy is funny. Kind of adorable. Look, listen to him. Boop.
Okay, man. Look, just let me walk on my own legs, please.
Let me think about it. Boop. He just drops you back again. Ah, we're not. Yeah, you're not running off again. We not. You think we haven't done with? Listen, you thin bloods. You guys are funny. Every time you guys say, "Let me walk back on my legs," you guys run off, and one of us got to break a leg, and we don't want to break your legs.
Okay.
We like your legs.
Okay. I like my legs too. Yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah.
because the Baron, he might like someone to tap dance and sing for him.
Okay. Yeah. Right. I'm not great at that, but okay.
I heard they like musicals. I want
Oh,
to see what type of
God.
musical you're. I heard it's Guys and Dolls. Guys and Dolls, yo, that's my favorite. I can't wait to see that one. And they throw you into the back of a limousine and
Oh.
drive off. Unfortunately, that's all we can see for Mortis right now because we have to go down the road to a van. I wonder if they're ready for us. I wonder if Sky is ready for us. Or are we ready for Sky? We go to a van. There's a few flags being stood outside of the van, but we try to navigate through it with the camera. We try to go through the back of the door. The camera tries to go through, but there's nothing. Sky, can you open the van doors for us? Tell us what's inside.
After a few knocks, I will. I'm going to make y'all wait, and then I'll open it up, and you'll see it actually looks really nice on the inside. It's got white shiplap walls and a little table, a little couch to sit in, like a counter. You can see like a little tiny sink and like a bunk bed. It looks like really nice for the van.
It looks very nice. I like the aesthetics. It's a shame, though, of what is happening in this moment. You hear the ground shake. And you hear it again. It's like that moment before the animals all go uphill, but you hear it. And then suddenly, you just see something drop in through the van. A man, kind of dressed all in black, suit and tie, and he's holding a red envelope across his chest. Okay, all right. Hopefully I found the right person.
You could have knocked.
Sky. This person has left a large-sized human crater through the top of your van and has fallen through the table.
Yo, why didn't you knock
Huh? Knock? What?
on my door?
Your door? You have a door?
Yeah, now I have to fix the top of this van. And I don't want a sunroof. I want to keep the light out.
What's a sunroof?
It's when you can open it and have the sun come in, and which I don't want the sun coming in. So now I have to fix this whole top of my van.
There's a sun? What's a sun? Wait, no, I know what the sun is. The sun, sunroof, sun. Right, sun, sky.
Mhm.
You're sky. Oh,
Yeah.
or wait, are you the sun then, or are you sky?
I am the sky and I am the sun.
That's heavy. Envelope! And you get another red envelope. You found one on your car door the first time, but this person now is holding another one. And this time, they're holding something a lot larger up there. It's a decree with your name on it.
Oh, I guess I should have opened that envelope. What is this?
Oh, the Baron summons you.
Oh, do you know why?
No.
Oh, are you sure?
You see them kind of stare up in the ceiling, and they look over, and they kind of stare at you. Do you know a Minty?
Uh, I don't know. I know so many people.
A Dyvir?
Um, uh, maybe
Love is
names.
Blue, a Jack of Hair, and they just start naming names of folks and see if you know who they are.
The names just kind of pass through. They're
Same. Oh,
when
okay. We're on the same connection.
we are.
And they just stay there. They just their hands are in the air. They're staring up in the ceiling, and you can see that they're starting to float from the floor of your van.
You want to stay up there, or you want to have a seat? I have a couch.
And then instantly they're on the couch. Okay, so you have to go see the Baron. The Baron said, I have to make sure that I found Sky and that I can't let Sky leave because if I do, I'm gonna get in trouble because they know you're gonna drive off.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I was going to drive off, but if you help me fix my van, I'll go to see the Baron just for you.
He snaps his fingers and the van is straightened out. There is no problem. But I need you to give me something, Sky. Wits and occult. Difficulty of 2.
Okay. Now, how do I roll this again? Because I completely forgot. Like,
That is
that's fine.
great. So you take how many ever dice or dots that you have in wits and how many you have in occult. Put them together, you roll that out, and you tell me how many successes you are. If you're rolling with regular dice, which they should be d10s, anything I believe 6 and above, that would be success. Anything below, unfortunately, is not a success.
Okay, so wits and occult. Oh, I just had this sheet up and I lost it that quickly. Do I have any wits? I have 100 dots in wits.
Now, I would love for you to have 100 dots in wits, but unfortunately, if I would like to go back and check from the void, I mean the studio, I'm so sorry. I'm tired. It's been 200 years. I haven't slept since the last person quit on me. I don't believe you have 100 wits.
Well, I would like to have 100 wits.
Don't we all?
Okay, so I have 5, 4 plus 1. And okay, what do I tell you?
You just tell me how many successes you get, and I tell you what happens.
What number is a success?
You just need 2.
What number is that makes a success?
6 and above.
Okay, well, can I add 2 together to make 6? Because I don't have any successes.
You don't have any successes.
No.
That is perfectly all right. You know what? I'm not going to do you dirty, but I just have to tell you, you missed something in this moment. It's nothing important, nothing crucial, but you just missed it. It must be the way that this guy is kind of resetting everything in your van apartment, just fixing everything up with a snap of his fingers, and just goes, "Okay, I can do this." Baron's office, snaps his finger, and then we disappear from your view, from you guys. We'll come back to Sky. Unfortunately, we can't find Sky in this moment. Don't worry, Sky's fine. Everything's going to be okay. That is to say, everything isn't going okay for one person. No, they made a discovery. A very big discovery. And they don't know how to. How do you process that? How do you process the information that you're given, Mag? You see that picture in front of you of a bipedal wolf that looks like it has 4 eyes, but you think that's more like the glare of the camera and like static. It's the lighting, but that doesn't count for the standing wolf that you got a picture of from the files that you were able to download.
I think Mag is just quietly staring at it, just sort of like to anyone on the outside. I think like they're just like, oh well, they probably don't understand anything. But I think uh all of there's no like facial expression. There's just like everything's internal. And I think Mag just goes, kind of wish I saw you myself. I would have taken a better picture.
Describe the room that you're in.
I think um I think it's a simple apartment. Uh Very heavy duty like blackout curtains have been taken to like block out any sunlight during the day. But it does have a balcony. And as Mag is sort of like out on this balcony, I assume this is night.
Yes.
I think as Mag is on this balcony with like these sort of like kind of deck chairs and a little table with their laptop in front of them, I think a raven with a just the tiniest sliver of a pink little anklet flies up and lands like on the chair beside them.
And they do. But tied to them is a red envelope.
Now, what do you have on your... Who tied this to you, Medea?
I wonder who can do that.
The raven is my bonfire.
But you know that's not the raven talking.
I think as soon as Mag clocks that, they smile. Who might I be talking to?
Well, this is the first time we've ever met. I'm actually the Baron. You've been looking through my files, I've noticed.
I look through everyone's files.
I know. You haven't even introduced yourself.
Hi, I'm Mag.
Hi, I'm the Baron.
Lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you as well. Here's the thing, though, right? I saw your little display. A few of your friends showed me your cute little trick. That you're disciplined, you're learning. That's great.
What can I say? Birds like me.
I love birds.
I'm partial to ravens myself. The magpies are really fun.
They are fun. As this is being heard, the camera spins around and does a 360 of the room. And the first one drops and flies into the room, circles around and flies out. The second one does the same thing. And then you see a flock of magpies outside of your place. And they all just stare at you.
Hi, friends.
Not a single word. In fact, as you reach out and talk to them,
Mag does not reach out. They stay seated. They do not move their hands. They do not move. They just say, "Hi, friends," with a smile.
Oh,
It's
no.
as if like they turn to look at me, and they turn to look at Mag. Mag turns to look at them, sort of
Gotcha.
mirroring their behavior.
I should have worded that better. The way I mean reaching out, not physically, but you know how you try to say something to someone and you try to like reach out vocally to someone?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, like you try to have a conversation with someone and for some reason it's just like talking to one of those London soldiers outside of the plaza. It's like that. They just sit there, seated. Your raven kind of looks at you and you don't even have to roll for this. You know there is something off.
About the raven or the magpies?
The magpies.
I think Mag sort of gives Medea a look that says, "Be calm. I am with you," but does not change their demeanor. They're still all smiles.
Well, it is great to finally meet you. I just recently met your sire, and there might have been some sort of misunderstanding.
How so,
Well,
if I may ask?
you know what? You are so polite, so I'm just gonna ask, when did you join our club?
What date is it in game?
In game, this would be May 15th.
Just gonna make sure I gotta. So that would have been May 15th of 2020. X.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I was supposed to say something. I'm sorry. Let me get the dates correct. 1 second. Yes, no, I know that they want the date, but like, I mean, we've been keeping that a secret since. Well, I mean, we're trying to kill mages in the other game, so we can't really tell them to. Oh wait, I said on no hot mic. It's fine. The other mages don't listen to this game. Okay, it is currently 2025.
Okay. So it would have been So November 3rd, 2024. I know because it was my birthday.
You hear static and a loud noise, like your computer is running. It is not coming from your computer, that sound, but you know when gears are turning and the fan is getting hot, and it sounds that sound when someone has like 400 different mods on Sims. You know the Sims game. I know. I don't really play
Mm-hmm.
Sims. That's not. We don't have that where I'm from. But you know when that the fans turn, the smoke burns. You hear that sound,
Hmm.
and a large, loud scream, and then it stops, and then it gets back on the mic. I'm sorry about that. I was told some bad information.
By who, may I ask? I hope it wasn't my sire, though.
Oh,
Mountain is sort of hard. Mountain isn't really detail oriented. That's why he has me.
well, you know, he's a mountain today. He might be a hill tomorrow.
That'd be fun to see, or
That
funny
would
to
be.
see.
That
He is
would be
pretty tall.
funny.
He's like 6'9".
I know. I measured him. How about you come to my office? We'll discuss it. And you know what? I'll overlook the whole display of power in front of cameras thing.
I mean, I'm sorry for that. That guy was a real jerkbag. He tried to steal a lady's purse.
He probably deserved it. I understand completely. But we have this thing called the masquerade. You know what that is, right?
I know the technical definition of a masquerade, and I would assume the contextual definition of this is the obscuring of something. So, yeah.
Listening closely, you hear someone getting thrown across the room and something breaking, and then them getting back on the mic again. That is great to know. I sent my location. I'm having a little get together. We'll discuss all of it while I discuss with Mountain about responsibility and Jolder and not messing
like what I had planned.
I know that I just met you. May I ask your pronouns, Baron?
Let's stop for a moment. He, him. For right now.
Would Mr. be okay for you, or would you prefer mix?
Oh, you don't have to. Listen, no honorifics. Baron is just fine.
Well, Baron, I just met you, and you seem like a lovely sort. But I do have to be honest here. I know that there is someone of my sire's collective, shall we say. Some call it a cult. I think he prefers a collective. That has kind of an out for me.
You don't have to worry your sweet head about that. I have that under control. You just come to my office, we'll just swipe it all out. And then all will be rain. Rain is rain. Is that the expression? I haven't used that expression in. What the fuck he uses this? He has me saying the F word. Okay.
And he hangs up. The magpies stay there, but you watch them shift, and they form into one person.
Well, that's a neat trick.
They take their hat off, kind of do a little bow towards you, put the hat back on, and they hold up a sign, and the sign says Mag. They take out the other sign, rides here.
Oh, and I probably need my jacket. So, come along, Medea. And I think Medea just sort of floats up and gets on Mag's shoulder.
Um, which way are you deciding to go out? Are you going out the window, through the door? What are you
I'm
doing?
going into my apartment through the balcony because I believe it's like it's like kind of like an upstairs apartment with like a balcony, and like so into I think Mag goes in through the balcony door and just ever so slightly locks the door behind them as they go to get ready.
And they just sit there and wait. You see them, they kind of do like that weird thing of jump roping with a cane. And they just keep doing that. You look at them closely, they look like something from out of Casablanca.
We'll
Almost,
always have this balcony.
yeah. You know what? Wits and awareness.
Oh fuck.
Difficulty of
Okay.
3.
Shit. I was hoping not. Okay. Could I know okay. Could instead of a wits awareness, could I do a wits insight?
You can.
Cool. And I know that I have my I have my book in front of me. I know that would I need to find the power. Skitty bot. Oh, I don't have that power. Never mind. So wits insight. That is a messy critical.
A messy critical. You know what? I don't think in this scene it would work. So we don't have to
Okay.
worry about it being messy. At least not here. But you do see something. Something weird about this figure. It doesn't seem like they're alive. Not in the same way you're not alive, but more puppet like.
I think Mag sort of just like tilts their head for a second, and so does Medea, mirroring them. Before we both tilt our heads back, and Mag just goes, "We're all dead in some sense, aren't we? Let's go."
And we pan away from you two, as this figure taps on the ground and a space opens up like a doorway. Opens the door up and just waits for the two of you to come down to go through it.
I think it's very clear that Mag has one of Mountain's jackets on, so it's very big on them. Because I think Mag's like 5'7". um, so it's almost like a dress or like a robe, but I feel like it's like an older, like sort of like what is that material? It's like a not a denim, but like let's just say like an olive denim jacket with like multiple patches of like save the world, like go green and like Greenpeace and everything. Like, but there's just like if you look closely, some of the messaging doesn't really make sense. Like the eyes of the beast, the eyes of the world, and so on and so forth. Like, but no one looks closely. There's just too many other loud patches, you know.
That works. And we watch as the three of you go off. And then finally, we get to another figure. The hair obscuring their face, the eyes not shown. You know what, Queenie? Tell me, where are you? And by the way, you might be muted.
Well, that's just unfortunate. You would think someone that uses technology would know how to fix that. But Queenie does know how to use technology, and they're currently using it in whatever second story of whatever abandoned factory or warehouse or office building they've currently decided to stay in for a day or two. They're tapping on an old laptop that is somehow not dead yet. That thing is probably older than some of the people on TikTok. This email there, this screenshot there, this lead on where this politician went for illicit substances or for, shall we say, less than public view rendezvous. Someone trying to scratch their living out with just one shovelful of dirt at a time.
And you have been going about this. How long have you been doing this, Queenie?
Not long. They've only transitioned to this lifestyle within the past year or two. They've lost track at this point. It's not an important detail, so it's not something worth remembering.
Oh no, that's not your job. That's our job. We keep track of that. Don't worry. We know everything. In fact, we know what's about to happen now. You're going to have to give me Dex and Athletics, difficulty of 4.
Let's play the game, shall we? I say as I immediately botch try and take this hoodie off. All right, Dex and Athletics, difficulty 4. You got it, boss. 524. We are looking at a failure.
Oh, well, sweetie, I will say in this moment, you get up, the camera pans into your face, your eyes mostly. It's that black on black half text that says danger. And then it does the black bars of something dramatic about to happen. Your eyes dart around. As you first see it, it comes through the wall. And as you heroically try to dodge from it, you find yourself smack tumbling through another part of the room. I need you to take 3 superficial damage from this.
All right. Who is here with me right now?
And the camera dramatically switches from your perspective to the perspective of two small feet. They look like church shoes, white little girl's church shoes. Nope. Okay. We don't see the figure. They dart off, but we do see the taller figure.
If you're going to barge in, you can at least knock.
Okay, okay. I just wanted to make sure. We just like to check to make sure everything was going fine in the background. But it is, in fact, a little girl holding a teddy bear. Don't worry, she's not the creepy type. She's just the business minded Girl Scout type. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss, she's gotten all the patches. And we see her now with another figure, a tall man holding another younger man who looks like he's still in his cult robes. We do see our good friend Mortis. Mortis, you are being slung around like a book bag on a hot summer day. This man is sweaty. You can tell that he is kind, but for some reason, when you try to get out that grass, you just know I might break into pieces. The little girl kind of looks at you, Queenie. All right. I've been looking for you all this time. All the politicians know your name by now.
They know what I want them to know.
Oh, I know everything. I know that you're a Nosferatu. I know you have nothing going on for yourself. You have no boyfriend, no girlfriend, no they-them partners. You have no one who loves you enough to tell you that you should not be digging into politics that don't belong to you. And the Baron wants to know why you've gotten involved and shown around and broken the masquerade knowing that you look like you. And she boops you on the nose.
Is there an actual question in there, or is this just attempt to berate me? I would prefer to know what I'm working with.
The bear wants to see you, and she drops an envelope in front of you.
Door-to-door service.
Is that meant to be an offering of some kind to me?
No, that's a summons. And then you see another little girl kind of pop out behind her. She has two big Sailor Moon puffballs. They look like they're cosmic. You can see swirls of pinks and purples. And she has these thick round sunglasses, and she just slides in. We've been trying to get in contact with you about your extended warranty.
Dear Baphomet, they're multiplying.
You see one more girl in another Girl Scout cookies thing. She has a barrette on, and she has a katana, and she's just slowly reaching out. Don't try anything. We will cut you. And then you see one last one who is a lot larger than the other three girls. Like, she looks like she just hit puberty, but she also boxed. And she just goes, and don't F with us because I will smack you in your jaw. Today. Don't try it.
Someone's mother didn't teach them manners. And she'll reach down and pick up the envelope.
And you see the larger girl just talk to the other girl. Did she just call us uncultured? They call us uncultured. And then you see the girl with the sunglasses. Listen, I don't know about where y'all from, but like I wouldn't take that. Like I know if someone called me uncultured, I wouldn't take that, but I'm not built like y'all. So y'all do whatever y'all gotta go do. Ladies, and you see the taller man behind the other larger man, model-esque. Looks like he just came out the runway. And in fact, you have a file on him. He was with one of the politicians that you've seen doing things he wasn't supposed to do. You just couldn't ever get a name.
You're the one that never faces the camera.
He just kind of like does his makeup. Yeah, well, you know what? I wasn't camera ready that day, and listen, you're gonna have to pay me for that. I charge extra for photos. I don't work for free.
You're in a world of trouble.
You both are.
I haven't done anything.
Your cult. And
Okay,
your
but
other
that's not
stuff.
illegal, right? I'm just popular.
And they take out an
Oh, shit.
envelope from their suit jacket and starts reading off a few things. Mortis, real name James. Let's see. Stolen supplies for rituals. Missing college
Rituals cost
students
money.
who have not gone home but have gone home and talked about becoming enlightenment. Let's see. Hold on.
Night
Blood
classes.
sorcery on camera. On YouTube. You have a
Special
YouTube
effects.
channel. And a Twitch channel.
Yeah, I gotta hit all the platforms. I mean,
You
it's
went viral
2025.
last month.
And have you seen the amount of followers I have? I mean,
The older girl, the taller one, kind of just grabs you off from the guy's back, like, oh, whoa. And she just kind of digs her face in your face.
how? Hey, okay.
Oh, you gonna get
okay.
it. You know how much work we had to go and clean up? You know how many people we had to bully?
What do you mean?
I have not
God.
pet my kitty in 10 days. I have not seen Mr. Fluffy Pants in a while, and I will take it out on you.
Okay, I understand. Cats are cool. You haven't seen yours. I didn't know that. I didn't know.
Girl with the sunglasses, she takes the sunglasses off, and that cosmic swirl from her hair, you can see it in her eyes. And she looks at you. Oh, he's not surviving this whole story. He's not surviving this chronicle the way he's going. He's not being in the sequel.
Well, that's one way it could end. All right, but there are other paths one might take. Yeah. Right? Do I die in all of them?
Marty, is it? I've learned in my line of work that at a certain point, you stop digging your own grave.
Really?
Okay.
Also, we're the Grave Scout girls, so you guys digging your own grave is kind of easier for us to bury you.
You got your own club. I get it. Yeah. Okay. It's good to meet all of you. You're fantastic at all of your jobs. All right. I would never compete with you on Twitter. Okay?
And the girl with the teddy bear slams her fist into the ground. We are not a club. We are a lifestyle.
Oh, hey.
And she hands you
It's
brochures.
cool. It's cool. Okay. You got your thing going on. It's all good. Okay.
Ladies, can you please, Queenie, Mortis, is it?
If you please.
I was asking.
Mortis.
Listen, if you stay alive, I'll give you a name. But for right now, assistant to the Baron. That's all you need to know. One of his assistants.
Yeah, it's good enough for me. Sometimes we just go by titles.
Great, that is cool. So you guys are wanted. You need at the meeting. You haven't introduced yourselves, and he's gotten testy. He's gotten so testy that
He sent his grave scouts.
he sent everyone after you guys. I don't know what the whole squad did, but he's just upset.
There's a squad.
Who? I am not with anyone.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who this is.
He said that there's probably like 8 of you that if you don't show yourselves in the next 2 nights, he's going to send a blood hunt. I didn't think that's what you guys do.
I can't wait to meet this brand new face on the scene. Yeah.
Actually, the only one he said was okay was some person named Sky. I don't know what's that all about, but like he said, like if Sky is at the meeting, you guys will probably survive. Sky not at the meeting, you guys are getting, what was it? Oh yeah, turned into hacky sacks and danced about into the sunlight.
Creative. I'm here for that. Yeah, we would love to get that on video. Yeah. You know what? I know Sky. I actually do. I've heard of the name. I have. We've had dealings from time to time. I'm kind of a big deal around here.
Okay. Yes?
Who are these others?
A cheerleader, some gangrel hacker,
Oh no.
something about like a Midwestern mom, and I don't know who the other one is. I don't know the details. I just know we were supposed to pick you guys up, and you guys have been avoiding us, especially you two. So
If Zylina has been summoned, it was supposed to be a one-time job. Great. Wonderful.
you do know why you're getting summoned. Okay, that makes it so faster. We get in the limo, we all sit down, we go into the Baron's office, and then no one finds their head roll. Well, you guys might find your head roll tonight. I don't know.
What's with the rolling heads? Let's just get in a limo.
He's
like
gotten
limos.
creative lately. You know, I heard a rumor, and you see the girl, she puts the sunglasses back on. I heard
Thank
a
you.
rumor that he's older than old. I heard he's older than the city.
Well, I mean, look, this is my hometown, but it's Finks. So
How far of a drive is it?
You hear something, a knock. 1 second. Hi there, this is the Void. I love when people do certain things. Don't worry. You've been addressed. The Void would like to tell you that if you ever send another message like that into the chat again, well, I would suggest to sleep with one eye open. The shadows will be meeting you, and our lawyers from the Void will be knocking on your door very soon. Now back to you guys. I'm sorry, had to take care of a few people. Don't worry, you won't die from the Void lawyers.
yeah.
Don't worry, we're not like some companies that send Pinkertons. We have our own guys. Anyways, the door opens for the two of you. A very large double set doors. A bright white light, but you hear music. Almost like elevator music. After you guys.
Why is it? And they just look straight to Mortis. Is this stupid cult shit? Is this what you've been up to?
No, listen. My cult is different from this. We never use bright lights. Okay, it ruins the
larger
entire
young lady
atmosphere.
just pushed the two of you inside.
Huh.
And with that, we're going to go on a break. Stick around. There's still a little bit more show left. And our kindred have to meet one another. Or we meet another. And we have to get into the reason why they're here. Stay right there. We'll be back. So. Yes, okay. I know. I didn't know how that got in there. Listen, we don't have to talk about... Do we really have to talk about... I mean, we do have a show to do in about like 2 minutes. Like, we're still on break. You're lucky we're on break. No, I can see the be right back thing. I know, we still got time. Okay, so anyways, like I was telling you before, okay, I'll tell you this, all right? I'll tell you before. I didn't know how my ex's playlist got in there. Yeah, they were from that one band. Yeah, that one band. No, we don't talk about them. Yeah, no, that's the one. You know, Nina. We hired Nina because she was a roadie for their band at one point. Yeah, no, I caught him in the back of the van. True story. I mean, when did I ever find time to date outside of being inside the Void? I get around. I'm not an Eldrator 24/7. Okay, listen. Just because we turned the Void into like a radio station / production studio does not mean that No, I don't need to talk to my therapist. Okay, listen, we had a discussion. We had the discussion that like I should not take the blame for like lost love and all the other stuff, and I'm still harping over Nina. I mean, yeah, she was employed here. What? We're live. This is hot mic. No, no, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not. Toxic masculinity. Toxic masculinity. Go. We got this. And we're back. We decided to take a break for that one moment. No, I didn't need that moment. I am just your humble host, the talker in the background. I definitely did not cry after that last song. Anyways, so we arrive to the Baron's office. The first person to actually arrive was Zylina. Zylina, you didn't have to a taste of like the supernatural drama. In fact, for you it was kind of easy to get in and out. Um, just two young men, guys you've gone to school with. You've probably had a few classes. You can't really remember. You've seen them before, but they kind of blend like all the other students there. Just faces. They're not part of your
Oh,
squad.
like Dave, right? Uh-huh.
Dave.
I think his name was Dave. Was it Steve? Was it Steve?
Or
I
was
don't know.
Steve? Dave, kind of like my. Nope, we're not. We have a show to do. We have a show to do. Focus there. Focus. They don't need to hear about lost cosmic love and driving your ex to the void so his cells would be destroyed. Nope, stop. We're stopping that now. I am carding myself from doing that. No, Zylina, you're the important thing in this moment. And yes, it was Dave and Steve that you saw. They're students that you went to school with, but you don't really know much about. They're the definition of ugly hot. You know what ugly hot is, right?
Like gross and hot? Groat? Okay.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Okay,
And,
cool. They're groat. They're groat.
Yeah, but they make sure to stay in the front seat, and you have the back seat to yourself. There's blood wine. There's a movie is playing as you're getting driven down this path. But then you turn and look, and you see sitting there a figure wearing all white. He looks to be wearing this long white lacy coat. It looks almost like a wedding gown, but it's made of silk and it's immaculate. It covers like a train on one of the seats. The hood is like a veil almost. He's ghostly. He sits there, doesn't pay attention to you, which is not natural for you. Everyone pays attention to you. But this figure doesn't care what you got going on.
That's a fit. Totally rad,
They say nothing, not acknowledging your existence at all. You could, however, give me charisma and how do you want to approach this figure?
I think that she would try to persuade this figure to interact with her. So by like just continuously asking questions. Becoming that annoying person. So charisma and persuasion?
That's fine. That sounds perfect in this moment.
Okay. Oh, only one success.
In this moment, you try to connect to this person humanly. You try to approach them. How does what does that look like for us from your perspective?
You been in here before? Um, I heard it was a lovely sunny day today, from my roommate. We could have seen it. um, do you have a name? No? Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Name, we don't need to give you names. Okay. And then, like, at some point, she's going to give up and just take her phone out and start texting Warren.
You try to text, and then you look at your phone. Nothing's connecting.
Wait. No, 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 no. No, he needs to know. He needs to know I'm not coming to the cheerleading.
I wouldn't worry about
He's
that.
quarterback
in
of
your
the football
situation.
team.
Football team. You turn to your left, and you see a figure in this velvet blue suit. Um, this immaculate top hat. It looks like a zoot suit almost. Classic. It's modernized. This figure has been doing this for years. Doesn't look at you. Is almost staring at the opposite direction from this figure in the white jacket.
You know what? I need to just stop questioning these things. Stuff happens. Okay.
I'm glad you say that. Stuff does happen. Stuff does happen a lot, especially for you, my dear cheerleading huntress.
How many people know?
Just us two. We read your story. It was a lot
And
of
it's not
fun.
going to spread around.
Oh no. You hear the figure in white? It was kind of boring to me.
If only I eradicated them when they had the chance.
You wouldn't have. Oh, you need to be nice. She could have gotten far. She's no Buffy. Well, that's a TV show, buddy. That's a TV show, buddy. I've met the real Buffy. That was one dimension, and that got destroyed in 2020, buddy. You remember what happened there? We don't talk about that dimension.
Oh. Okay, I guess this is a new thing. I have voices in my head. That's fine.
We're
She
not
just pulled out
voices
her
in your head.
Starbucks full of.
And as you go to start to drink it, the figure in the blue suit just takes a swig. Now, darling, let's talk. Just us girlies. Let's just talk. Have a kiki. Now then, your situation is kind of unfortunate. See, I know what happens to you. I know your past, your present, your beginning, your end. I know what happens to your football player of a jock. I know what happens to your cheerleading team, your parents, your grandparents. In fact, I talked to your grandparents at one point. Lovely couple.
Go on.
So, I'm going to offer you a little insight, a little deal. I'm going to tell you to be careful of your new allegiance. And you're going to make a few of them, but you're going to have to be careful of what's about to happen with your clan.
Okay. That's vague and mysterious.
Well, I trust you. You're a huntress, and you need to know what you're capable of. And unfortunately, darling, the one in the white there, that's fate. Usually, he's a lot more welcoming. He's not seeing much from you, but I see a lot in you. So let me just give you an advice. Gehenna's coming. Your clan is not ready. You better be.
Wait. Is this like end of the world kind of stuff? Like,
Your world.
the last season of Buffy kind of thing. Oh,
You want to know how that
okay.
really ended? She didn't
Sure.
succeed at the end. She failed. She failed. All the slave girls, they got it enlightened. They all became the heroes of their own story. They failed, and then the girls took over after them. They failed, and it kept going on and on and on. It was a bad cycle. It's what happens when you send teenagers off to do adults' job, and what happens when adults do what they're not supposed to do, but also sending teenagers to do what they're supposed to. You see where I'm going with this?
Sure.
Great. The man in white kind of turns to you, and I need you to give me resolve and composure, difficulty of 3.
Oh no. Okay. This is not going to be a high roll for me. I got 2 with stars on it.
Okay,
So is that 2 crits?
that is 2 crits.
Okay. Cool.
You resist the eyes. And as he's about to take the veil off, the man in the blue suit just goes, please, no dramatics here. I don't want you pulling a stunt queen, whatever it is that you're about to do. Just pushes the head back.
Oh,
Listen,
that was a thing he was going to do to me? Oh, okay.
darling, he was about to send you to the 5th dimension where that one girl was. The Willow Smith girl, she sung about it. That's what happened to her.
Okay. Fate, sir, ma'am. I should have asked pronouns first.
Both is fine. It's fine.
I'm good in this world. Okay. I'm good in this world. I still have a lot of unfinished business, specifically trying to ruin the life of the person that did this to me. So, would you mind if I stick around a little longer? Can we make a deal?
Fate throws their hand up. The limousine stops and they get out, and the trail that they leave is long. It's a lot longer than you thought it was, and it keeps going for. You think it could be miles, this long trail. I'm gonna go find Sky. And skips off, slams the door. Oh,
Bye,
here we
Boo.
go.
Nice meeting you.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't.
I'm gonna call him
don't
Boo.
hate- Oh no.
No? No?
No. No. That's
No,
fate.
no,
You
no,
don't
no.
wanna-
Like Boo as in cutie. Like not. Okay. No, I'm
They're
sorry.
test.
I'm
they're,
sorry. I'm
they're
sorry.
testy. It's just slightly testy. That's fate. You don't want to do that with fate.
Okay. Okay.
There is currently a death mage in Virginia that tried that, and ever since then, he's been bullying that mage for like I don't know how long. Last time I heard, they're currently being thrown in a river somewhere.
Okay.
So, yeah, you
I mean,
don't
it's
do
kind
that.
of part of my job to test fate all the time, though. So,
I
but
well,
for
you
your
met them.
sake, I won't.
Oh no, for my sake, right.
Yeah,
I mean,
for
I've been
your
married to
sake,
that thing
not
for
mine.
how long have we been married now?
You two were married? Oh my gosh, how did that happen? Tell me the deets. I need the details.
And as he's about to get into the details, we skip off to some other figures. First through the door is Mag. 1 second. Mag, you come through this door and you're in an immaculate red room, velvet, top to bottom, lounge chairs. There's multiple people in mask. People are sipping on what you can smell to be Vitae. Um, you can also see that like there's a bunch of decorations. You see the symbol for anarchs up on one of the rafters. You see a crown and a sword going through it as another symbol, but it's the last thing that catches your eye. Roll for me if you have it. Intelligence and occult, difficulty of 3.
I have intelligence. I don't have a cult, so that'll still be 4 dice.
That'd still be 4 dice.
Difficulty of 3.
Yep.
Ooh, can I spend a willpower?
You can spend a willpower and you can even succeed at a cost.
I'll just spend a willpower if that's
Okay.
fine.
I too like to tempt fate. After all, we got divorced.
That's still a failure. That's still only 2 successes.
2 successes. I will say this. You don't know the significance fully, but I will say you come close to knowing this is related to something you don't know much about them, but something involving a group in town. They're magical, but you don't know what, if it's real magic, fake magic, or what. You just know they're magical.
Huh. Do I see mountain anywhere?
Actually, you do. You see mountain, and describe mountain for me, for the audience.
Mount. Okay. Mountain Chorus is a 6'9" sort of suntanned Caucasian man who is a bit scraggly, kind of like long, dirty blonde hair, kind of like Tyler Mane from the Rob Zombie Halloween reboot.
Mm-hmm.
He is sort of like that archetypal. I grew up in a small town, but I really liked metal, but no one else liked his metal as much as I did. So that caused unfortunate things on my personality and how I view myself.
I know the feeling.
He's deceptively muscular, I would say. People think of him as like people look at him and he see like a string bean, but like he's got he lifts. It's just his lifting often usually comes with traversal, forest and whatnot.
You see mountain. You see mountain groaning and getting up from a wall.
I think Mag sort of looks to their attendant who they sort of like asking for permission.
They're gone.
Oh, fun. Mag sort of like doesn't make like a big show of it. I think Mag just calmly walks to Mountain and just goes, "You okay, big guy?"
No, I'm fine. It's just I forgot that fucker packs a big punch.
Well, that's not nice to say about the person whose house you're in. And I think for the first time, the audience sees that like the kindness sort of like they sort of shift into coldness as sort of like only to Mountain. It's sort of a look that says, "Remember who the fuck we're dealing with here." And I think it's very clear to the audience that Mag is the brains of the operation.
You think I forgot? I thought they were just a prissy death sword, and I might have miscalculated. He coughs off. He coughs out a bunch of drywall.
Well, miscalculation or not, that's why you have me. Remember?
Wits and awareness. Difficulty of 4.
Okay. Uh, is this specifically on mountain? May
Not
I ask?
mountain. It's your surrounding. And if you have heightened sense, you can also use that as well.
I do not.
You do not. Okay.
That is a success. 4 successes.
4 successes. Immediately, you know this trick, you know the deal, you clock it instantly. Another one of those figures kind of just leans between the two of you and just stares off at you. Kind of just waves long, elongated fingers. Hi.
Hi.
Looks at Mountain. Oof. Looks back at you, Mag. Are you Mag?
That's what some people call me.
I'm Magus.
That's cool.
It is cool. Baron needs to see you. But, like, we can hang out for a little bit. I mean, he doesn't need to see you right now. So I figure we can hang out right now. And, I'm sorry. This is my first time meeting, like, a cool gangrel because I've been stuck with Mountain for a little bit. And Mountain's not really cool.
Can I do wits insight
Oh, certainly.
on Magus? Detect lies specialty.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. What will be the difficulty?
1.
Okay. That's 2 successes.
It almost would take someone aback. You've never seen someone without a sense of manipulation before. This person has no manipulation at all. There's no malice. They are honestly honest about their intentions.
I think there's like a tiny bit of calculation there before Matt just goes, "Oh well, Mountain's got his charms. I mean, come on. He's just doing his best, right, big guy?"
Yeah. And then Mountain gives you a look between you and Magus. And you know, you've been a while. You guys know each other and you know the signal. Well, this person isn't lying. There's still something off about them. Like, the math ain't mathin'. And now that you look at them, they look like a kid from Victorian era.
So tell me about yourself, Magus.
I'm Magus. I'm
That much I got.
apparently I'm old. I don't have any friends. I don't have any friends my age. I've been asleep for
That's a
about
lot of that.
200 years. And
Gotcha.
I try to hang out with neighborhood kids and I didn't understand what they were saying. Something about Rez.
Well, being asleep for 200 years can really put a whole damper on the vocabulary. Riz
I know.
is a shortened form of charisma, by the way.
Wow. Okay. Also, I learned TikTok, and Max shows you the TikTok dance that they recently learned. It looks like they've gotten it down to a science. They've been practicing.
That's really good, Magus.
Also, is that a raven? That's a raven, isn't it?
It is. This is Medea. Don't touch her.
I I can't touch animals.
Okay.
There's this awkward pause amongst the two of you as we hear the door slam open with 2 more people coming in. Um, First, we see Queenie as we see 3 Girl Scouts, one with a katana, one tall standing over top of Queenie, and then the other one at the side of Queenie with like what looks to be like a morning star, just at the ready. And then being dragged behind them is our good friend Mortis. He's being dragged by the larger man, and he's still kind of allowing his feet to keep hitting the steps over and over and over again.
Just, yeah, I can walk, okay? I'm not paralyzed. I can walk.
Just tosses you in the middle of the lobby.
I
Jeez.
think Mag turns to if you could excuse me for a moment, Magus, and Mag turns to Mountain. I gotta go greet a familiar face, darling.
Have fun, dear. I'll sit here with Mag. And then Magnus just kind of turns away. It was nice meeting you, Mag. Skips off.
You just focus on getting your posture straight, okay? That all must have hurt real bad. And Mag turns around and walks.
And you do.
Mag walks right up to Mortis.
Hello?
Hi, James.
Do I know you?
Last year, you wanted to look into some very dangerous files. You needed a little bit of help. You may know me by Magpie009.
You're Magpie.
Well, Mag. Mag short for a lot of things.
Wow, you're the Magpie.
Mag.
You're like the
but yeah.
only one that's on my level, right? We're like the best here in this town.
Is Mortis like on the ground?
No,
Still
no,
on the
no,
ground.
he's-
And
Oh, is he?
Mag, you see the little girl with like the sunglasses, the cosmic hairstyle, looks at you, and instantly it's like it clicks almost immediately. You've seen this brat before. You saw this brat on your birthday. She just
I know
skips
you.
around you. Oh, I know you.
Just not just skips past.
Just skipping around you, almost like like how kids like to patronize, and that's what is happening. Just skipping around you and just going, well, Mag's the best. I don't know about James. James kind of sucks his job.
Yeah, haters are gonna hate, you know. He's
Well, that's
getting
not
up
nice.
off the floor.
Everyone has skills that they bring to the table, you know?
I'll have you know I have skills, lots of skills, just
I'm
because
sure
they're
you
not
do.
respected here. I have followers.
I'm
Kind
sure
of
you
big
do.
deal. Yeah.
And then they appear in front of Queenie, and then you're here.
I'm noticing a lot less forceful treatment with the others.
We actually like
That
them.
always helps to be polite.
It's hard to be polite when the only thing I see coming is a fist through my wall.
Well, if you saw it coming, you could have moved out the way.
And you just see Kayla coming out from the other girl. Well, no one told you not to dodge the fist. And also, you just got hit with a teddy bear. It's fine.
They just casually go to their ribs. Third rib. Whatever you have in that fucking teddy bear is probably heavier than a diamond.
And
So
we'll
we
do it
have-
again.
I'm Mag, by the way. It's been stated multiple times, but introductions are always important.
And then the union says, they were like, we know.
Real tech genius over here.
No, stop.
It's
I'm not
it's
that
rare
great.
that I say that we're in the presence of greatness other than my own, but this is what I'm talking about.
I think Mag turns to Mortis just for a second and just goes, self-confidence is one of your strong suits.
Thank you.
At this moment, out of thin air, in the middle of all of you, you see a van just crash right in the center, loud. All the patrons just stop and they are kind of shook. Sky, your van slams down, and the young man kind of opens the door. All right, we made it. We didn't die, or you didn't die again. I didn't die. I'm still learning. I'm sorry.
Journey.
Repeat
I
that
like
one
this
more
one.
time.
Death is only a stop in our journey.
A stop in the journey. Those words echo as one of the girls kind of look over towards you and just goes, I mean, is it really a journey if you guys are just going to go and not? And you see someone covering her mouth and just pick her up and just kind of takes her out of the room. Okay, girls, it's time for you to go home. You guys have been here long enough. You can't tell a bunch of secrets, not in this building. You see the person is a taller African American woman with braids. She kind of has that same matching coloration of the other younger girl with the poof balls. She's a lot taller, well built. She has two weapons strapped to her, and she's holding and she's whispering to the younger girl, "What did I tell you about running off and not telling me with them other girls? What did I tell you about that? Now you know damn well I told you to stay home and stay put." But Mama, Uncle, I don't care what Uncle said. I'm gonna talk to him later. But like he's upset. And he said that like he would make a few donations if we can go and bring the two of them here. And she looks at you, Mortis, and you, Queenie, and definitely looks at you, Queenie. And she looks at the other girls, then looks back at Queenie and seeing that you have your ribs there. And Sky, you see the younger man. He kind of peers out of the caravan and kind of just ducks himself back in. Oh, I know. Oh, I know your ass ain't going back in that van. Hold on for a second. Puts the young lady down beside you, Mag. Comes to the van, and you just see her yank the young man out of the van. Now, let me tell you something. I told you about pulling them trick. You didn't put. And looks at you, Sky. Is this your van?
Yes, it is.
She just gives you that smile. You know that smile. You know that smile from Mama. You know exactly which one I'm talking about. That one when you're at church and she doesn't want to say what she's about to say and you do what she's about to do, but you know what's about to happen. You know it's about to go down. It's that look. And she's just like, don't worry, I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna take it out of here. No, you don't have to worry about this. Wait until we get home.
You out here embarrassing me.
Basically, that's the conversation. And she just takes her daughter and her son and just drags them out. Okay, it has been fun. If we ever meet up again, you let me know. If there's any damages, talk to Harry. Harry will cover it.
And I assume like the little girl with like space buns with the galaxy coloration was beside Mag.
Yes.
Before Mama comes to get her babies, I think Mag turns to the young one and goes, "I hope to see you again, young Oracle."
And she just smiles. She smiles and just waves. And the mama like, I'm so glad you two had fun. This is the last fun you're going to have for a whole month.
I know, that's right.
No, I would tell you something. I believe the children are our future. Teach them right and let them lead the way.
And she just nods. She's like, oh. See, here's the thing, though. I'm their past, present, and future.
I know,
and
that's
I'm
right.
also taking their Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Yes.
Now wait until I talk to you. And she just start counting. Let me see. 1, 2. Then she starts counting the girls. So like, cause I gotta take you home too, I guess. Where's your mama at? The tall girl, she at work. She looks out at the smaller one. You know, my mom, she decided to she joined a new church. I'm not even gonna question that one. Okay, y'all get into the van. Where's the older one?
Bro, you
Where's your
can't
brother?
do this to me.
She looks at the text message. Okay, you know what? I'll deal with that later. It was nice meeting y'all. It's been fun. Instantly, they disappear. All of them. Sky, your van is outside. You can see it. You can hear it parked outside, and the keys kind of land in front of you with a check.
I know that's
Does it
right.
look
Come
damaged?
through.
Does it look damaged from?
I'll say from your perspective, because you're not too far, but you're not too close. It looks a little scratched up, but not too torn apart. It looks like it's mostly been fixed, but there's some still like tailoring that might needs to be fixed up. And
Okay,
she made sure to compensate you for that. Um,
so I have to take it to the shop.
Mm-hmm.
Out steps Zylina as the last one there. She You saw this mama bear with all these cubs, these Girl Scouts, the young man who looks like he's about like not that you not that we can actually see his height, he's about 6'1", but this mama bear got him up and has put him over her shoulder, and she's just carrying this young man out. Just keeps going, and you just hear her fussing him out. Now let me tell you something. I told you when I first discovered that you and Miss Stang over there could do magic that you're not supposed to do it in public. I don't care you doing it in front of vampires. Here's the thing. We don't play around with vampires. Do we play around with vampires? No. You know what happened? What happened? You get eaten like Aunt Lisa. That's right. You remember what happened to Aunt Lisa? She got eaten. And have we seen Aunt Lisa ever since? No, because she's not invited to Christmas ever again since that one time between her and Paul. She just leans down. Girl, I told you not to talk about your Aunt Lisa and Paul. Get in the damn van.
What'd I tell you about saying something about Paul?
Zylina,
Yeah,
you just see all of that
just
happening.
like wide-eyed. Yeah, she's just staring at them as this entire conversation, like she's in like awe of this woman.
She packs in the car. She just kind of kindly smiles and waves at you, Zylina, and get in the car and start calling someone. Ashley, girl, let me tell you something. Kiki and LaRon decided to go off in their own little adventure to put a damn van, and she just drives off. And that's the last you hear of her.
I love this so damn much.
I don't know, but I think that one is related to Elsie. Has to be related to Elsie. And she just starts walking in.
And you do walk in, and there's a bit of a commotion there with all the kindred that are inside. You do see Sky and Mortis and Mag and Queenie, and they're all in there. Out of the corner of your eye, you do see that man in the white suit, immaculate. That trail is still moving out of the corner of your eye. But when you go to turn your head to look at it, it's gone.
She's gonna like focus straight ahead and just like side eye.
Okay, so whose Netflix password did I steal? I am so sorry. It will not happen again.
I don't think they would do all this for a simple case of stolen passwords.
I mean, we don't know that.
As soon as Zylina hears Queenie, she's like, "Oh my god, oh, Queenie!"
Well, I mean, passwords should be shared.
And she comes running up to you. Like, if you don't stop her, she'll probably hug you.
It's very much a moment of, I'm not going to stop you. And there's a moment where she's like, do I? No. Always with that enthusiasm.
It's like full on plump, like, and you. It's like her arms are like really more stronger than they should be. She's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I know someone." And then she like turns. Mag?
Oh, hi.
You're
I
here.
am.
You're as well.
Well, I'm a lot of things. that included.
Well, I'm glad to see you. It's been forever.
Yeah, it has been. How goes the whole And then Mag just sort of like gestures towards the outfit without saying the word cheerleader.
Oh, you know, uh, for a month I've been, saying that I had some like crazy sun allergy to try to get out of it, and until I figured out how to,
Is
fix
Talia still
the
giving you
situation.
trouble?
Um, huh?
Is Talia still giving you trouble?
Um, yeah, especially now that I haven't really gone to any sorority meetings recently. They're gonna try to take my vice president position away from me, so
So
working on that too.
Well, I'm sure I can find some things.
But
I'm sure I can find some things about password only Talia. If you like my help.
really, you do that?
Of course, we're friends, right?
I mean, yeah. Thank you. You were always so nice. I'm
I
glad
try to
that we
be.
can talk this way.
So nice to see friendship.
Uh,
You two are just adorable. I love it.
I just like your whole vibe, quite honestly, with the van and everything. It's really cool.
it is a sweet band.
that's your van? That's so
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, it's wonderful. I live in it.
Are the children arrived, or do I have to drag them in here myself?
No more
I
dragging.
think
There doesn't need to be any more dragging. Okay, I've had
I
enough
think at
dragging
that
for the rest of my
Mag
life.
immediately looks towards the Baron's office, and very quietly Medea flies over to Mountain.
Okay.
I believe that's our summons.
We're going to do something interesting. If anyone noticed, I never described our 5 heroes in front of me. For some of you, if you ever been watching this video, you never saw their face. That was important. And in fact, as I go in one by one, Mag, describe yourself. And after you describe yourself, describe how you feel, truly, honestly, about one of these kindred that have walked in with you.
Mag is 5'7". They are a black young person, no older than 21. Their hair is sort of styled now to be kind of like big and curly, certainly big and curly, and not reaching reaching just above their shoulders. Uh, just sort of like very coily, curly black hair. This sort of like pink eye look with sort of like a hotter pink surrounding like this sort of like pale, like pastel pink with like a black eyeliner on the bottom on the under eye that goes up into like a wing, and is seemingly mirrored in the lip look, a black top lip with a pink bottom lip. They are currently wearing a olive green canvas jacket. That was the word I was looking for earlier, with several patches that are all about like living, like respecting the earth and loving the earth. But some patches about the eyes of the beast, and the only way is to survive. That is way too big on them. It's like a trench coat on them, like going almost to their ankles. And if someone were to see their raven Medea fly to the man picking himself up from a wall, you could probably connect the dot that that is his jacket. Their nails are sort of like painted this matte black with a military green for the accent nail on the middle finger. And they are underneath the canvas jacket. They are dressed rather simply with a sort of like muted maroon Henley t-shirt and black slacks and boots. And they are feeling honestly about Mortis that he is going to be the easiest out of every one of this little party to manipulate.
And the void acknowledges that. We see the truth. You can't take that back. But honestly,
On the,
you don't care.
on the outside, I'm just all smiles.
Mortis, describe yourself and describe how you feel about one of these other kindred.
Okay. Well, Mortis is a lot more made up than I am, and he's got dark hair, and black lipstick and things like that. He's definitely got this whole. He's trying to look in every way like a vampire, like a full vampire, in the way that as a Dustborn, he's not quite there yet. And he's got fake fangs in. He's got contacts in his eyes and things like that. Yeah, he's trying. He's really putting forth an effort, 100%, trying to look the part of basically the black gothic cult leader that he is at this point. He's got his little followers who all believe that he's an elder vampire. He's discovered the path of darkness, and through him and through his blood, they will have ascension into true darkness as he has achieved. So he's got these occult symbols on his black robes and things like that, and he's kind of got these black clothing. It's just all like gothy vamp straight on down, so yeah, that's kind of what he's rocking right now, and his feeling about one of the other vampires is right now he's a little terrified of Queenie. He's never seen Queenie before, and he's completely wondering just what is going on there, and it never like he's coming to realize, at least in his own mind right now, that he's among monsters right now, and he's mostly spent most of his time among not monsters and being the monster among not monsters. So different pond now, and Queenie's scaring the shit out of him at this point. So yeah.
Where have I heard that before? You know what? We won't come back to that. Oh, maybe we will. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to briefly interrupt this moment for something else. All of you see Mortis, and you see another figure, and then you see Mortis again. Sky, describe yourself and how you feel about one of the other kindred.
I is a black woman of the age that is on TV usually, that 20, 30, 40, whatever that age is, but you can't tell. the what was it? UPN.
I got you.
Work.
Sky is not wearing any makeup today, and Sky. This is gonna be too harsh. Sky's got her hair back and a purple scarf today, and wearing a flower dress and a pair of flip flops. Doesn't look very threatening at all. And I think Sky is looking at, I guess, Zylina, and wondering how in the world this cheerleader can see the light of becoming a better person. If it's going to require like a small town, or if it's more of a big city person coming in. Which Hallmark movie is this going to be?
Interesting. You're the one asking that question. We'll come back to that. Queenie, describe yourself and one other kindred amongst you.
Queenie is 5'9", and from the looks, through her, his, whichever one they feel in the moment, kind of nondescript, slightly dirty hoodie and sweats. Seems like they could be an athletic build of a person. From the neck up, it looks as if a corpse and a mantis had a little bit of a love affair. The skin is pale, and the blues and purples of death are very prevalent. But on the lower half from the jaw down, it almost looks like someone took platy bones and charred them over a fire where there should be a lower jaw, and it just swirls right next to the lips. And those lips are just black as charcoal. They just connect with thin lines over to the plates. Their hair is that kind of weird balance between dirty and clean, where it's like they could be an athlete. They could also be a plucky little kid if you just looked at like the hair. It's like that perfect little frizzy chaos. And then you look at the rest of it, it's like, oh no, they're just dead. And right now, they are thinking about Mag because their one thought is everyone else they can neither pin down as one way or another from prior experience or just from what they've seen. Mag's the only one they can't get a good read on. They're a wild card, and they don't know how to feel about that. And if they don't know what's going on someone, that's a problem that needs to be addressed.
Certainly. Also, 1 second. Hold on, I have to answer this. Who's this calling? Hello? Oh, Bianca, hi. How's Beyonce? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, you're now her invisible sister. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Now, what are you calling for again? Oh, unfortunately, we're not casting for that role. No, we already have someone playing the 20 to 40 something year old role. Yeah, no, I'm so sorry, Bianca. You want to play the teenager? You want to play the cheerleader? No. We have someone for that role too. I'm sorry, Miss Lawson. We're currently booked. I don't even know how did you get this number? Oh, you got it from my ex. Oh, how easy. Well, that is good to know that he's doing well, and I am happy for the success. No, it's fine. It's fine. If we have another role, we will contact you. Okay, bye, Miss Laws. Bye. Bye. Say hello to Beyonce. Thank you for calling, Beyonce's sister. Anyways, I'm sorry about that. Michelle was calling. Zylina, can you please tell me, what do you look like, and describe for me how you feel about the other kindred, while I sit here and schedule my therapy appointment.
Of course, understandable. Zylina is a 5'6" brunette Caucasian girl. Looks to be around in her 20s. She is wearing her cheerleader uniform, brought the pom-poms and everything. Hair is up in a ponytail, bangs poofed out to perfection. And I think she's thinking about Mags in this situation because she didn't expect to see them here. And all she feels is remorse. Remorse that she couldn't stop another person from being turned.
Interesting.
Someone that she knew in her life.
Wow. That's a lot of guilt you're taking there. We see these 5 kindred walk in one by one, dramatically, from different backgrounds. And inside, we see a couple of figures sitting there. There is a fire somewhere, but you don't know where that fire is, and you know your kindred. At least some of you have learned that fire is bad, but you see what looks to be like a firelight at the end of that runway. There's a desk sitting there. There's lounge chairs. There's a couple of people sitting on each chair. And in the middle of this place, Mags, you heard about this place in the files. This is called the Arena. There are 5 chairs sitting in front of you, and then on the other 2 sides, you see 2 broken seats with Ash sitting in those seats.
I think Mag sort of looks for if there's a conversation happening with these multiple people, looks for the voice that was looks for the voice that the person that matches the voice they heard out of Medea and the Magpies, and or Medea earlier, and we'll just with their smile ask, "May we sit?"
You don't see a figure at the main seat where this could be a desk where someone important would be sitting. And the fact you see a young woman, very tan skin, um, white form-fitting dress gown on, hair is tucked into like a high ponytail. Uh, she has this diamond tiara-like hair tie that's been wrapped around and crowned on her. Um, she kind of just almost floats. She doesn't walk. She doesn't need to walk. She floats her way over to the desk and she just sits down and crosses her legs. She's not literally floating, but you know, she's the type that you could describe that
She
as.
glides.
She glides, yeah.
Yeah.
Gliding isn't even enough for her. That's how much she's immaculate. And she sits there and she waits for you. Ah, all 5 of you have arrived. I'm sorry, the big man, he's kind of having a tough time right now. He'll be sitting down momentarily.
Do you need the Netflix password? I have it. If that's the problem.
Excuse Netflix? What is that?
It's a password.
I think Mag is sort of like calculating how to explain Netflix. What is your history with film, if I may ask?
I've been in tons. Let me see. I was in Gone with the Wind. I was in, let me see, Guys and Dolls. I was in Rent that one time. I was in, what was it, that one movie? You know Noah's Ark? I was in Noah's Ark at one point. Um,
I knew you
Well,
were familiar. You're great. You know, you're a legend.
Thank you.
indeed. Netflix is a sort of service in which films and television series, sometimes original content made by the people who run the service, are available for a subscription fee monthly on the internet.
And she just nods her head. Interesting. Anyways, she looks over. Mountain, if you could please, Mountain. Mountain kind of limps back over into one of his seats. Ah, you're here. She looks over to you, Zylina. Your sire had a meeting and won't be joining us. It's fine. Currently, suffered a bad burn, so it's just healing from that.
All right.
Yeah.
In the back of her head, she's like, suck it. Towards Atticus, not this person. She's
Yeah.
actually very happy, but trying not to show her happiness.
On the other side of her, you all see that fashion model individual. He sits there and he's still trying to doll himself up. Sighs, tosses the compact to the young woman. She doesn't even look over towards him, just catches it up in the air gracefully and puts it back in her purse. Oh, Johnny, you remember your beautiful face will never be on the screen again. I could say the same thing about your old ass. And they give that dramatic laugh that if they could kill each other with that laugh or with their words, they would do it instantly.
I think my Raven Medea on Mountain's shoulder is just sort of looking between Mag and Mag's like, please. Mag is just looking like, please, please, can I be on your shoulder? Please, please.
Um, you see, you see two figures. They have big hoods up. They're large. They looks like there's wiring and lights weaved into them. They have these masks that cover their face, but they're digital and they make emojis and stuff. And on the hoodies are two bright bunny ears on both of them. And they just kind of skips forward and they sits on the other part of the desk. Are we starting a meeting? I hope we're starting a meeting. And they start talking amongst themselves, and they're finishing each other's sentences. And they look at all of you. Are these the victims? The woman in white. No, they're not victims, honeys. We're just discussing a few things, a few concerns. You guys see a man on the other corner, no shirt on, for some reason. Is standing by the fire like nobody's business, as if that thing is not blazing and he is not a kindred. You see that he has this large robe on, just leans over on the fireplace, stares at it. I don't know why we're talking anyways. Just a bunch of licks. We can just set them on fire now and be done with it.
Very Sebastian Shaw. Very Sebastian Shaw energy.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Can my Raven fly back to my shoulder? She's looking a little uncomfortable.
Oh, certainly. We're not going to... Don't worry. If you're thinking about using disciplines, as long as you're not trying to leave out of here or try to do anything crazy, you can go ahead and use them. We would also love to see what you guys are capable of. I wouldn't suggest you do it right now, not until the big guy sits down. You hear someone kind of kick down through the door. A large man, kind of very well built. He has a harness on, what looks to be like a pup hood, and like a big briefcase. This better be important. I had an important engagement. Okay, yes, we know, Courtney. We know, Courtney, you two. Yes, I know, it's date night. You haven't had it in 50 years. Great. But there's something important here that we have to deal with. Listen, you don't talk about Courtney that way. No, not in front of the children. Not in front of the children. Not in front of the children. He just looks over to all of you. Kind of puts the stuff back in the briefcase. Hi, hello. I'm Ken. Kenworth, hi, how are you? You guys recognize Ken as, he sits on the school board.
Hi, I'm Mag. As Medea sort of like gratefully like fuck. Like it's just like if you can see fear in a Raven's eyes, like fuck, safety, right back onto my shoulder.
Yeah. And Ken just starts shaking your hand. Hello, hi, hello, hi, hello, hi, hello. Love the look at Queenie. And he goes, hello, hi. Ooh, love your look. Are you Bianca Larson? As he looks up at the sky.
That's my cousin. My fourth cousin on my mother's side.
Bianca Lawson's your cousin.
So you're related to Beyonce. And then you just see the woman in white. Her hand elongates and just dramatically just reaches like a claw-like hand on his shoulder. Never mention that name again. And just drags him back. It seems we're almost all here. We're just waiting for... And instantly you see a plain-looking man. Glasses on, hair, looks like he just has not tried to do anything with it. He just puts on a do-rag on, ties it up, puts his glasses on. He has not changed out of his bedroom pants or bedroom shoes. And he just stares up at the five of you and starts clicking his fingers on the desk. Oh, the Baron's here. And they all rush to their seats instantly. They don't even try to like play around with a few of you. There's fear in every single one of them. You don't have to do an insight check. They're terrified. So
I think Maz sort of just gives like a nice little smile, like "Hi, we've talked before," and like a little nod towards the Baron.
hi, it's nice meeting you. And he says every single syllable and word with a tap of his fingers on the desk. You know what? I would say introduce yourselves, but I know who every single one of you are. Sky, you're here. You haven't run off yet.
No, I have your password.
My what?
Is that why you the Netflix?
You think I summoned you to my office for a Netflix password?
I don't know.
We'll come back to you in just a second. I don't know who I want to start off. I'm glad you will be. And his head just jerks over to Mag. We talked.
We did.
We did. I'm just confused about a few things because Mountain told me that he sired some kindred, but I've not once heard your name before or seen your face. But I have seen you before. I've seen you around the city a couple of times. I've seen you've gone through the files. I even have seen a video of you during your birthday. And you're
My
here.
apologies that Mountain didn't make proper introductions.
Well, don't worry. We're gonna put that water on the bridge. But I wanted to know what was. Now tell me. I know that there was something involving a purse. What was that? Describe it for me. Roll it back for me. What happened?
Well,
Mm-hmm.
I was out one night trying to get some air with, well, not Medea, but Kirky, or Kirky,
Mm-hmm.
another raven. My apologies. And I think this is the first time you all have seen Mag flustered.
Mortis is wrapped because this is it. Like he's seeing this. He's like, oh, she's scared. Okay.
They're scared. They're
I'm
scared.
sorry, yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to get back into character. I was taking a nightly walk with Kirky, and I saw a man watching a young woman walking out of a bar. She was a bit tipsy, waiting for her Uber, and he just kind of pushed her over and stole her purse. So Kirky followed him and scratched out his eyes.
Interesting. He doesn't say much. Just keeps staring at you. It's almost like he's searching for something, and I need you to give me resolve and willpower. Difficulty of 5.
Okay, resolve and willpower. Okay.
Yes.
So that would be 4 for. Wait, that'd be 4 for me because I did spend a willpower earlier.
Yeah.
So that'd be okay. So 6. Okay. Difficulty 5.
Yep.
Okay. I only have 3 successes.
It's almost as if he stops his finger for a moment. Tell me something. Are you always all smiles?
Not always.
No. You can drop the act.
Fair enough.
Thank you. I'm glad you decided to rescue a poor defenseless lady. Unfortunately, there was a matter of the masquerade breach, and I know a few of your others have, let's just say, gotten themselves involved. And while I do send my deepest apologies for Mountain not teaching the others how to keep the masquerade to themselves as well, they decided they wanted to play the game, so I decided to teach them a new game. They're currently how should I say this? They lost a chess game and have been turned into dice. And he rolls a set of dice in front of all five of you. Mountain is kind of gripping the wall now.
Mag remains eye contact with the Baron.
Oh, you can relax. I didn't actually kill them. You really think I would like turn them into dice? No, I sent them over to Ohio.
It's not better.
You won't have to be dealing with them. I like you, Mag. I like what you can. I don't like that you dig into my stuff, but I do honestly like you better than I like Mountain.
My apologies.
Apologies. You don't have to apologize for greatness, Mag. You
And I
did fuck up
think-
by not taking care of them.
I think when the Baron says you don't have to apologize for greatness, I think those who are paying attention to Mag see something that hit.
Now, let me just swing over to you. Looks over at Queenie. Mag, could you scoot over just a smidge to your left?
Of course, Baron. And immediately, no questions asked.
Queenie, you see this man take a leg across that table, then take another leg across that table, and is just walking slowly towards you. So, Queenie, you're politicians. Was it great for you? Was it fun? Did you have big fun, Queenie?
My work was a means to an end. Nothing more, nothing less. I was good at it, so I did it.
And which politician did you decide to get involved with this time, Queenie?
I believe the reason I'm here isn't about a politician, but about something else that I've done.
Multiple things, apparently. Apparently, you guys... Blood tears. We'll get to it in just a second. Getting caught on camera. Going through files. Ruining business deals. Do you know what it takes to run the city, Queenie?
I imagine any answer other than no, sir, would result in my demise.
Oh, you're smart. Thank you. Instantly, the man starts to get taller almost. Visually for our dramatic, but he's not really getting taller. Mag, you can feel whatever this heat is radiating off of him. It's almost like fire. And it pulls back.
I think Mag is just slightly shaking. Like the unflappable smiley Mag is shaking and now averting the gaze of the Baron because they are not being actively spoken to.
So, were you trying to help? Who were you trying to help this time? Were you trying to helping? Which one of the four here were you trying to help?
They take a moment. They look to Zylina.
Oh. A Camarilla premiere in my city.
I couldn't erase the footage. There was too much of it around for me to go and delete every single copy.
Or
I think
are
it's
you still...
best-
He holds up the finger to Queenie. No, I got it. Zylina, are you Camarilla, Sabat, Anarch? What are you? You tell me. I'm confused.
Sorry, I'm kind of confused. I don't know what any of that means.
He takes one of the seats, throws it across the room. Oh, you don't know. Does anyone not? They don't know. Camarilla Sabatin. Who's teaching you kids? Who's teaching you kids? I'm sorry. Let me calm down. I lost myself. He points the finger over to Mortis. I swear, if you're nodding your head and smiling, so help me, I'm going to remove those fake fucking fangs from your mouth. Take them out. Take them out now. Little boy, I'm not playing with you over there. I've seen... We'll get to you in just a moment. I'm sorry. I don't mean... Please. He puts down another chair. Let's sit down. Let me talk calmly. I'm just going to sit down. Sky, you know what? I'm going to come back to this problem. Sky, I'm glad you're here. That's not the reason why you're here. Not for Netflix, darling.
Oh, okay. Did you want, I don't know, you want to get drinks or something?
Oh. I'm remembering. You're adorable. You're adorable. There's not that many of you left, and I cannot afford to keep getting angry. No, Sky.
Oh.
That is not why you're here. But I feel like even if... How about you roll it back for me? Tell me everything you've done in the last few weeks.
The last few weeks?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was trying to get away.
Okay.
Before then, there was this thing with this guy in a suit. I had to teach him how to live again. You know, that happens sometimes. And I helped him. I think he rescued some orphans or something. We took a nice drive. And then I left them because, you know, I had to move on. Life is a journey. It's not something I can just... Death is also a journey. So I couldn't just, I couldn't stay with the... You know, I don't stay with people. I just keep going. I'm like a tumbleweed. A rolling stone.
And you just hear in the corner, like one of the twins, one of the cat-hooded twins, say he's gonna tumble their weed if they keep going on. And you see him throw a shoe over to the one of them, and just they just fly across the room. He gonna tumble their weed. Don't think I didn't forget about you two fucking up. I know you've been playing Final Fantasy 15 on my damn laptop. On the secure laptop. Oh, mind you. That's how Mag and Queenie were able to get into fines.
I was going to say, they probably should be playing that on a secure laptop.
You think so? There's a lot of things people should be knowing. Like not bleeding out their eyes in public. Not going through public files and ruining deals for us. Not siring children without our permission and telling us in the city, in this small town that thinks everything is fine, especially in our situation, and not making cults in our city. So what do I do?
I think...
Oh, go ahead.
I think if Mortis is standing next to Mag just sort of elbows him get your face together.
You really need a drink.
Remember, you promised their sire that no harm would come to them, that they just need to learn. Sky, do me a favor. You see that plastic pouch full of Vitae over there?
Yeah.
Go ahead and have a drink and sit on the sideline for me.
Okay.
Go ahead. Clock out for me, baby. Just clock out for me.
She just goes off. You know, this guy's the only one that isn't afraid if you fall. You know, Sky should be. But Sky just goes skips off to have a nice drink and to sit back.
You all see this expression on his face. He's had it. Okay. All right. I don't know which one to start with you first. Mag, unfortunately, you got wrapped up in here on the same time as all this other stuff is happening. Actually, I know how to address this. I'm going to address this first. He goes, and I need you, Mortis, to give me dex and athletics from this grab, difficulty of 5.
I can do this.
And if you have anything to add, you might want to.
Someone else gets to roll the dex. Then it's not me.
You know what? Can I do a surge here? Is that?
Oh yeah, go
that-
ahead. You can go ahead and surge.
All right, that's a success.
Great.
Because I'm a thin blood, that gives me one more. Okay, that's 5. That's 5 successes. That surge.
5 successes. You are able to dodge this because if you hadn't, you watch as his hand goes through that throne-like seat and it cracks it and disintegrates behind you, and his eyes are dead set on you. You want to know what they told us? You want to know who really? You want to know the last people who won my office? Mages. You want to know who's been in my office, Mortis? Guess who's been in my office? You want to buy a vowel?
Yeah, actually I'd like to. Yeah, because I'd like to set this right.
Give me a second. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead and roll those dice again for me, baby. Go ahead and roll those dex and athletics die for me again. You got this.
A question mechanically that I've never really understood as a player.
That's fine.
Is a blood for a scene or per roll?
Oh, that is for a scene. That is for a scene. So not per roll. That is for a scene. So you still have those dice.
Gotcha. So you have that extra die.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's only 2 successes this time.
Only
The dice are
2
not as
successes.
friendly. Yeah.
I tried.
You see his hand, and he ties your hair up like it's a ponytail around his hand,
Okay.
and just drags you.
Yeah.
So
I'm getting dragged again. Yeah. Okay.
mhm. And he just throws out a bunch of files. James, complaint from the traditions, complaint from this organization, complaint from this organization, complaint from the
Explain.
Order of Hermes, complaint from the Verbena, complaint for, you see these
I don't
complaints
even know who
I'm
these
getting?
people are.
Mages, they're mages. Oh, you don't know?
No,
But you
but
said-
I'd love to know. I'm just saying, I'm a quick learner. I'm a quick study. I'd love to know. How
He
can I make
tightens
this
that
right?
grip.
Oh, okay.
I got
Okay.
parents calling me about your little cult activity.
They're parents. That's what they do.
We're kindred. We're not supposed to get calls from parents asking us where their kids are. Why do they know my number, Mortis?
I don't know. I'm sure Mag had something to do with it.
Mag
He's
had
gonna
something
totally
to do.
throw Mag under the bus. Like he just.
Zylina just says
I think there's a slight bewilderment, like the motherfucker really? Like, before they fix their face and just like,
You know, when you try to lie, and normally I would make you roll for this, but like it's one of those lies that you really would have to sell, and you don't got the dice for it. Sky, as you're drinking this pouch, and you're vibing, you see James fly over you in slow motion and just being tossed across the room, and just all of a sudden you hear the guy from the other side standing at the fireplace snap his fingers, and Mortis is frozen in air.
He believes he could fly. Sorry.
Anyways,
I think despite themselves, there's a tiny smile from Mac.
great. We'll come back to that in just a second. Zylina, You don't know.
Yeah.
What do you know about your clan?
Tremere. Well, I know we can do magic.
I
That's about it. Sorry.
fine.
I'm actually getting good at rituals. Sorry.
I would hope so. It's all right. It's all good. You know what? You know what? I know a way you guys can fix this all for me. I know a perfect way. A perfect way you can fix this for me, and if you don't, you know those dice? While I didn't turn them into dice, it wouldn't be the first time I've done it for a D&D game. And then you see someone kind of run across behind him, starts whispering in his ear. Or what? They're what? You don't play that anymore. Why don't you play? Oh. Okay, we'll send our people after him. Yeah, no. We can't have that on our brand. Pinkertons? Really? They're still alive after all these years? Have they paid their contract? Wait a minute. Jaleesa, and you guys see, now that you look up, you see a balcony, and there's this very put together woman who looks like she put her life together. You know how you know someone is just way too perfect, and like, how did they do it? That's Jaleesa, and you see her long auburn hair, big glasses, having to file. Mm-hmm. Have they paid our fine with us? Oh, them? No. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and send the hit squad. All 5 of them. Don't ask questions. Yeah, do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Just send all of them. Also, burn the building. And one of them has a wife and kids. Get rid of them. All right, bye, Jaleesa. Have fun. And then she comes back. Does anyone want any drinks? Any tea? Do I need to call someone?
Can I have a refill?
One refill? I got you. One refill.
Thank you.
I'm okay, thank you.
You're okay? Okay.
Can I just come down from here? Like, he's still stuck in midair, I believe.
She just kind of ignores you. What about you two? Do you two need anything? You good?
No, thank you.
Mag, in the back of your...
I had something on the way.
Oh, okay. Mag, in the back of your ear, you just hear, he's just grumpy. He's dealing with a family thing. Don't mind him. He's fine.
In like the back of my ear, just like in the
Yeah.
back of my head.
Like the back, like someone is whispering in your ear, and they're behind you.
Is it on the shoulder that Minty is on?
On the
Like
opposite
on the side?
shoulder.
Fuck. Mag sort of like catalogs that in the back of their head, does not show any reaction. It's just like, thank you. I'm good.
Actually, I think I know what you could do. Ask him if you can pick up Thomas and deal with the Thomas thing, and he should be right as rain.
Baron, if I may. Another little birdie wanted me to ask about Thomas. And if we could handle that for you.
He takes his glasses off, sits down at the table. He looks up. Jaleesa kind of dusts herself off, takes the folders and stuff. I'll be dealing with the Pinkertons, if you will, sir. It skips off. I'm really going to have to deal with that crafty old woman. I love her, though. I'm going to have to deal with her.
She seems great.
She's great. She's the only one who can function here. She's been doing this for a while.
Seems like she has like everything together, and I aspire to be that kind of person one day.
Same.
One night, rather.
Also same. Jonathan, you can let him down. Snaps his fingers. Mortis hits the ground. Actually, you can help me with that situation. I need the 5 of you to go and pick up someone for me.
Sounds doable.
You would think. I need you to go pick him up from a rave. No questions asked. Don't do anything. Don't ask any questions. You can do that. I'll overlook this. For now.
Can I drive?
Sounds like an easy deal, right?
Yeah. What did I do?
Come again.
Never mind. It doesn't matter. I get to drive.
Do we know what nightclub this Thomas is at, Baron?
The rave.
The rave. You know that abandoned radio station? All the way at the end.
I think at the mention of that, Mag just glances over at Mountain. Not saying anything, but glancing.
Yeah, he looks at you, grunts. If they need some assistance, I can. I'm glad you volunteered.
Oh, Crow, you cut out for us.
Doesn't want me to answer that. Apparently, someone has hit the button for me not to say what I was about to say. So, I'm going to move on and just tell you that the 5 of you see someone put down a book back in front of you. The Baron walks over to Sky. We'll discuss it later after we're in front of company. But next time, don't get caught. Also, I have a job for you separately. A man in a white suit keeps asking for you. He keeps saying, he told me to tell you not to keep running from the city.
I've been running from the city for as long as I can remember.
Well, he says that fate is calling its calling card. It's time for you to pay up.
Okay.
5 of you, good luck. Take the book bag. Oh, and watch out for werewolves. And try not to make a scene. We have a contract with Pentex. We don't want to fuck that up, from what I've been told by the mayor. You all know who Pentex is, right? Do I have to explain that?
Do I know what?
Let me see.
Would the hackers know what Pentex is?
The hackers would know. The hackers would definitely know Mortis and Zylina and Sky. I don't know how you are with politics or...
Sky would know.
Sky would know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, we're
Zylina has
echoing
no idea.
So with that, and with some audio issues from our tech people who are holding up a sign for me to say, we are not sponsored by Pentex. Please do not count this as a brand. We do not want to get canceled. And to please, they have a message for one of you. Zylina. They want you to know that you are doing a great job. Don't hesitate. Stand up for yourself. Girl, Gaslight Girl, keep girl boss. The cheer team supports you. We're rooting for you. Please succeed. XOXO Gossip Girl. What the hell is this message I'm getting?
Sweet. Thanks, girl.
And with that final message, Queenie, the one who decided to get involved with the void, the one who decided to get involved with politics. My mistake. I said the wrong word. It's the same thing in our universe. Mortis, the one who has a red mark on the back of his neck. Without realizing, he's one step away from the blood hunt. Sky, who is still in the dark about what it is that Sky did. Is it really important? Sky is Sky, and Sky is amazing. And Zylina, who seems to not be loved by fate. Across from them, across the city, we see a young woman who looks like Betty Draper in a housewife's outfit, cutting up a few things, getting ready for a dinner party. A red envelope sits down beside her. She looks at it, puts it down, and goes back to cleaning up and cooking up what she has to do. The Baron is definitely not important to this dinner party that's coming up. Across from there, we see a young black man kind of vibing out to what looks to be like a rave. On the balcony inside of this building, we see red eyes glaring down at the few people dancing around. But then we go back to the entrance of Finks, where the man who was crying, complaining, and crying and complaining, you know the story.
Oh no. Avoid silencing the narrator.
What? Seriously, you won't? You're not going to let me talk about it? I mean, they need to know. If they don't know, what do you mean you don't want?
Does
Wait.
whatever outwardly force want us to do outros? I don't know what's going on.
Wait, a mage is going to die this next episode?
And who have I become? A nervous wreck obsessed with second guessing myself.